So as you guys can see in this video, and I hope the visual is not too bad in this video, it was kind of bouncy and it was raining outside, and I was trying to walk kind of fast. But I had taken the Western bus. Again, I'm always on that Western bus, that 49 bus, man. Got off at this time at 51st. The last time I took this bus was to go film M Block and Face World, but this time I'm getting off at 51st. I'm walking eastbound towards Damen, okay, where there's a spot where a very tragic, terrible incident happened, man, that I'm going to talk about. If you haven't already heard by now, the 9-year-old girl, Arianna, was killed a couple days ago. I assume, because this was such a big story in Chicago, that most of you guys have probably already heard about what happened. But for those of you that haven't heard, maybe watching from other cities, there was a mass shooting of like 10 people at a party or a gathering in the back of the Yards neighborhood on the south side 2 days ago. A 1-year-old was shot and is in critical condition. An 8-year-old was shot and I believe is also in critical condition. And the 9-year-old girl was killed. Then there were multiple other family members that were also shot. And they were all from the same family. Okay. Now, at the location when I'll put some text on the screen to show you when I'm at the actual spot. I could not go right to the spot because there was a bunch of people standing right there, so I couldn't walk up there. And I'm not from that area, so nobody there, knows me. So I couldn't go up and start recording the exact spot. There was at least probably 15 people out there standing out there when I went past it, but I stepped back over on Damen by 52nd and Damen where it happened, and I'll zoom in with the camera to show you the spot because it wasn't exactly at 52nd and Damen. It was kind of off on one of the blocks a little bit. So somebody came through and fired. The police chief said approximately 76 rounds from what he knows from an automatic weapon. So this was like just an incredibly heinous attack, man. I mean, we're talking an entire family, and according to the family, none of them are gang members. That's what they said. Now, you guys may be skeptical of that claim and may not believe that they weren't gang members, but let me tell you a little bit about this area. So this is an area of the city which is kind of, it's kind of an anomaly as far as Chicago neighborhoods go on the south side, because this area where I'm going to be walking through is actually kind of a mixed Mexican and black area. And the particular gang that's actually right here on this block over by 52nd and Damen is actually a black gang that I think at one time may have had some Mexican members. I've never seen any Mexican members of the gang, but as far as I know now, it's a predominantly black gang, and that is the Damonville GDs. Now, it's also known, I believe, as several other terms, as Loke City, I think, and Blood Gang. So you may see them wearing red, even though they're GDs, and I mean like all of them wearing red. And you may hear them referred to it by some other terms. But that's the gang that's right here. Now, there's several gang territories that are very close by here. One, I think, is some SDs somewhere around here. I don't know where their exact block is at, but the other one is Damonville 26. The Latin folks, which is basically like, there's several Hispanic gangs that are kind of like Hispanic offshoots of the GDs. One is the Maniac Latin Disciples. That's the gang that's heavy up north where I'm at. Another one is the SGDs, the Spanish Gangster Disciples. And then the other one is the 2-6. Okay, now the Maniac Latin Disciples and the SGDs both use the pitchfork, the rakes, like as a sign. The 2-6 don't do that. Their sign is a bunny, and their hand sign, it sometimes kind of looks like they're throwing up the rakes when they do the crooked bunny ears, but they're not. It's a different sign. Their color, the Maniac Latin Disciples and the SGDs both have blue, just like the GDs. SGDs is kind of like light Carolina blue. Maniac Latin Disciples is kind of like I wouldn't say it's navy blue. It's like a darker blue, though. It's not light. And then the 2-6, their color is like khaki or beige. Okay, so the Damonville GDs, though, they don't color bang, and that now, as far as I know, is an entirely black gang. That gang is like, I don't think they have any problems with the 2-6 or the SDs from what I hear. But I don't know. So this one is kind of weird because the family that was shot at, even though it's like a mixed black and Mexican area, this was a Mexican family, and the gang there is a black gang. So the police were saying, that it's likely gang related. They didn't seem to have any clues or any leads. So this one is kind of weird to me. I mean, who knows? Maybe it wasn't gang related. I mean, I don't know. Most of the stuff in Chicago is gang related. So, I mean, that's a pretty safe place to start as far as suspects. But these people don't seem to, as far as I know, there's no Mexican, like no Mexican family that's involved with the Loke City Blood Gang, Damonville GDs over there. So why, anybody who's ops to them would be coming through shooting at them, I don't know. But, like I said, Damonville 26 is not far from here. So this one is kind of weird, man. It's really weird. I'm not putting the camera on people. I try not to do that when I'm walking around because I'm just doing this with the phone. I don't like to point the phone at anybody. But if you could see everything that I'm seeing as I'm walking through these blocks, there was actually quite a few people outside, even though I didn't put the camera on them, and even though it was actually raining. Literally everybody that I saw on the street once I started walking westbound or eastbound, I'm sorry, on 51st from Western, which is where I got off the bus, is Mexican. I didn't see any black people around there. Now I know that this is like a mixed area, but I just didn't see any outside. So, and I saw a bunch of people out there, for a vigil for the little girl, man. So rest in peace to Arianna. But you guys can see what people in Chicago are on. This is what they constantly do. This is what they constantly do, man. There was just another like 4-year-old shot. I think that 4-year-old made it, but I mean, it's like every day you hear about them hitting more kids and innocent people than rivals. It's what they constantly do. So anybody that has any information on this, they stepped outside the code. So even if you're part of that life, you can step outside the code and like, let's get these guys off the street. I would just give the information to somebody. You don't have to give it directly to the cops, but you can give it to one of the bloggers. I mean, and they'll put it on YouTube, and the police will see that, because whoever did this, I mean, multiple kids, bro. A 1-year-old got shot, and is in critical condition. An 8-year-old, the 9-year-old is deceased. Arianna, from how they described her, was like the princess of the family. I mean, there's nothing you can ever say bad about a 9-year-old. So I mean, everything is always foul whenever it's kids that age, man. So you guys let me know what you think in the comment section, man. But I just wanted to show you guys on the ground, the neighborhood around here where this happened, and talk a little bit about that. So back of the yards, this is an area of the city that's changing. This in West Englewood is changing a lot because there's a lot of bandos around here, and the bandos are mostly being bought up by Mexicans. This, like most areas of the South Side, used to be all white. Actually, back of the yards was like a heavy Polish area, but they moved out. A lot of black people moved in. Then Mexicans are kind of like replacing the black. Well, they're not really kicking the black people out. They're just buying up the vacant properties. And, so the gang dynamics is kind of weird around here now because of the constant change of races. The white gangs that began here, such as the Saints, which used to be an all Polish gang, have now changed identity to where now that's like a predominantly Mexican gang, and even has some black members now. So it's kind of weird what's going on around here, man. But around here, this is one of the most dangerous parts of Chicago that I'm walking around in this video. This is one of the most dangerous parts. Back at the yards, like by West Englewood, this is not a sweet area ever. So, if you can find something else for the same price up north, do it. Do it. No matter where it's at, no matter what neighborhood it's at, because there's no area up north right now. Back in the 90s, yeah, there were areas up north that were worse than this, but now I don't think there's any area up north that compares with this, the area that I'm walking around in this video. So you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section, man. Rest in peace to Arianna, and please stop glorifying these guys, man. The killers and the drillers out here in Chicago, man. I was doing it, and I was guilty of that, but talking about this guy's got this high of a count, and man, he's really going crazy. He's really turning up now, man. Guys that do that are just being bogus, period. Because you see their work. It's your boy Chicago News. I'm out.